I think I owe the men of the world an apology. Let me explain before you come in my comments. I always think to myself, why don't men just approach women? Why? It's not that hard. Just say hi. Just say hi. Your hair is pretty. It's not that hard, right? Well, last night I learned it is hard, okay? And let me tell you what happened. So I'm just sitting at the bar with my buddies, just having a fun time, and in walks some men who were attractive. One in particular, I was like, wow, he's very handsome. So I'm chatting with my friends who are all male in this conversation. I'm like, what do I do? Because I don't really approach men ever, but I also don't ever get approached. So anyway, I'm thinking to myself, how bad could it be? So they suggest I send him a drink. And I'm like, brilliant. Oh my gosh, I've never done that before. That's so smart. So I sent him his drink of choice, which was a Corona with lime. Whatever, should have known. Anyway, so some time goes by and he has not acknowledged that I've sent this drink. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just go over there. I walk up and I say, hey, how's your beer? You know, I like bat my eyelashes, you know, and he looks at me and he goes, oh, you sent this? Yeah, I did. It was me. And then he said nothing. 0 words exchanged. And you know that gif of Britney Spears where she's like holding her purse and she's just standing there looking around like this? That was me in real life. And we just stared at each other. And I said, okay, enjoy your night. And then I had to turn around and march my way back to my little bar stool, just wrapped in rejection. And now I have to think about that for the rest of my life. So, gentlemen, I'm sorry. That sucked.
Y'all, when women get rejected, oh, it's deep. I don't know what it is, but we do not handle it well. Actually, I do know what it is, and I'm gonna tell you in this video. Women desire to be desired. Okay, that is something you're gonna see in every woman. She wants to be desired. Some people allow their desire to run them. Some people can harness their desire, but all women deep down want to be desired. And so when she's not desired or does not feel desirable, she takes that internally. I mean, it makes her sad. It can cause depression. It can cause anxiety. It can cause you to feel like you're not good enough. It can cause hopelessness. I mean, it gets very deep. Because of that, I think a lot of women don't put themselves out there. I think it boils down to one simple thing. That as women, we have to accept that looks matter. And we can fight it, we can argue it, but looks matter. And when a man's not attracted to us, it hits deep. Because most men are rejecting you because they're not attracted to you.
One thing I'm noticing in the villa, and Adriana also mentioned this, like, because these are the bombshells, I feel like in the city of where these girls come from, I don't think they're used to rejection. So like all of these crash outs coming out, it's probably because they're not used to being told no or being told, actually, I don't like you. And that hurts. That must suck. I feel bad, but Gracelyn, girl, just like Alandria, don't let a man tell you twice that he don't want you. It's okay. Dust it off and walk away. Oh, look at her cheeks. I know that's right, girl. Oh, it's so sad. And he got to sleep in the same bed. Like, my heart.
A lot of modern women think like this. They think a man would be so blessed to be in my presence. How could he ever reject something like this? And then when they get rejected because they're not that great of a person, then all of a sudden their world crumbles and they have to cope.
Are you actually going to let me talk for longer than 5 seconds?
Go ahead.
You keep interrupting me. Every time I actually try to... Every time I try to actually explain my point and have a reasonable conversation with you, you cut me off. I was trying to explain, you cut me off, started talking about something completely different. You started bringing up random stats and random facts to try to make me look stupid.
Women get rejected on the back end. Men get rejected on the front end. So if I step to a girl that's out of my league, I get an instant rejection. If I step to a girl who's outside my league, I don't get a date, I don't get a number, I don't get a conversation, I don't get a kiss, I don't get sex. Now let's flip it. Well, that's a rewind, but whatever. Let's flip it. As a woman, if you make yourself available to a guy who's outside of your league, you don't get rejected. You get a one-night stand, friends with benefits, situationship. Maybe it'll even keep you around for a couple weeks, couple months. You're not going to get commitment though, because men, it doesn't even necessarily have to be you making the first move, but if you are dealing with or step to a guy, because a guy will shoot a shot with a girl, he has no intention of ever taking her seriously in a long-term relationship. And I can see the gears spinning, and because you know it's true.
No. Did you know that hot girls get rejected more than guys? Yeah. It's actually wild. They're actually the most rejected human ever, because hot women, they get a lot of attention. So a lot of guys hit on them because of their external appearance. And they're like, when they get to know them and they're like, oh, you're actually not my type. And then they're not as interested anymore because she opened her mouth. No, just kidding. But the problem is because they have so many different types of people hitting on them, you're not always going to get your type. She's not always going to be your type. So yeah, be nice to the hot girls. They get rejected more than the average human, and they need some loving too. So go hit on a hot girl today and, you know, get to know her a little bit. Don't be mean, be nice.
I had to literally talk myself into going back to talk to him. I got in the car and I'm like, because I don't know, I felt like maybe if I engaged, he would, like, you know, like eventually like just take the bait. But I went back and I seen him and I got enough courage and I was like, oh my gosh, like, would it be really weird if like I asked for your number? And then he was like, well, I'm actually talking to someone. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're so honest. Like, cause I feel like some guys, like, he just seemed like the guy, you know. Even his response is like, I would want to be with you because you just seem like a honest ass person. And he just shook my hand and he was just so like chivalrous. He was like one of those like proud, strong black kings. And I don't know why I don't know, like, it hit me that, like, and I don't want to say never, you know. Never is stupid, but I am like 25 and like every I don't know, I just feel like I'm not like cut out for like relationships. It's like probably so stupid. I don't know. Why can't I find my soulmate or have like this amazing partner? It just feels like it'll always be this way. And I'm just like,
and ladies, y'all kill me with this one, okay? Whenever a man expresses what he likes or doesn't like physically in a woman, you all's comeback is always, well, your mama don't look like that, or your sister look like this, or you talking about you want somebody that's physically in shape, but your whole family is fat. All the women in your family is fat. All the women in your family is bald. All the women in your... Whatever he says that he doesn't like, and you are that, then all of a sudden you start going in on his family. I'm like, correct me if I'm wrong, but is he supposed to be attracted to his mom? Y'all be thinking y'all ate that shit up talking about some, oh, he's not attracted, you're not attracted to me, but your mom look like this. Last time I checked, it's a good thing that he's not attracted to his mom. Let me just make this and put this in more layman's term. When have you ever went out and said, I want to find me a man that look just like my father? Don't worry, I'll wait. Y'all just get on here and lie and say, well, it's not about that. It's the fact that they want to bash the typical black woman. If he doesn't like what you offer, Why are you all so quick to go down his family timeline? I don't think he's supposed to be attracted to his female family members. And this is why I say hoes, this is why I say females do not handle rejection well. And we know men don't handle rejection well, but they handle it a little bit better than y'all. Because every time a man says that he doesn't like what you have to offer physically, you either go attack his family or you turn around and say he's part of the Skittle community.
You see how I can't stand myself?
Yes.
Because I'm priceless.
Oh, you're good. It's got to be one or the other. But you saying silly stuff like this makes me think that it's the latter.
Oh, Nick, it's your car.
Yeah.
It's blue.
That's my car.
That's way cooler than yours. Oh.
Well, I bet you his girlfriend's hotter than mine, too. So, how about that?
Look, listen.
Oh, sí, que si se
Okay,
hubiera
look,
pendeja.
no, I thought she was beautiful.
Oh, sí,
Look,
yo
I need a
también.
number.
Ajá.
Damn, always the friend protecting the snack.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was the friend to your snack.
No, I kept straight.
Too, so get out.
Oh my god, sorry. Talk about it. I love you. Stop.
Business. What's yours?
Me or a Lamborghini?
Lamborghini.
What about me or $50?
Give me 20.
I'm not paying $10,000 for a purse.
I would do anything to get this back.
Anything? Like, anything? Yeah. You can get the bag. If you just get a job. Get a job.
What is your biggest hot take?
If we're married, we have 3 children, and there's a house fire, either save the 3 children in the basement or you can save me in the bedroom. Who are you saving?
I'm gonna save my kids.
You're gonna save the kids and not your wife?
My wife has already lived, let's say, 40 years, right?
I'm not 40.
Whatever the age is, whatever the age that we decided on.
Okay, but I'll have some counterpoints for you.
Okay, counterpoints.
You can't have sex with your kids, but you can have sex with your wife.
But isn't my motivating and driving factor in life, that's not the only thing that matters to me.
Bars.
What if I'm the president?
I don't care.
He's never picking me. It's fine. Who would you save in a fire, me or your mother? He's saying his mom. I already know.
Yeah, I would say my mother. Yeah.
I'm dead.
What would you do if I couldn't cook?
Get you some cooking classes and call your mother and say you failed.
Then why the would you be in this competition, Boneface?
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself.
At some point in time, you're going to have to be quiet. Stop being disrespectful. A lot of women like to say some out-of-pocket stuff. When they get humbled, all of a sudden it's a problem.
Never hold your farts in anymore.
What makes you think I hold farts in?
Because I know you. Don't do it anymore. It's really bad. Because it travels up your spine and into your brain, and then you have shots.
May have dumped me, but look at me now, and you can't ever have it again. Tony, what do you think of that?
Well, I broke up with her because all I did was give 100% for nothing in return.
Tony, do you have any regrets seeing that she looks so great today?
She looks the same as when I left her.
I can be honest. Men are greedy. Men are greedy. That's what it boils down to.
When men get money, you know what's their thought process when men get money?
What?
I can finally take care of my family. I can get a girl and I can do X, Y, Z with her.
And I can get more than one girl.
No.
Either way, even that's the case. Even that's the case. He's still doing for who? Another woman. Now, when a woman gets her money and gets things, what does she say? I don't need a man.
I don't need a man.
So who's really the greedy one? If anything, women are very greedy and selfish. Everything is about me, I, what I can do.
Why would you contact my mom?
Because their daughter didn't want me, so I had to level up.
That's weird, Hayden. Don't you think that's weird? Don't you think that's a little weird that you're hitting up my mom?
Would you rather have a Charmander or a Charizard, huh?
Let me get the mic. Are you deaf?
Yeah.
I know. Let me get the mic.
Why?
Because girls are on top. Nobody wants to see a boy on TV.
This is about hockey, not girls.
No, girls, I like hockey.
Cringe, cut it. Just cut it off.
Last weekend, when you weren't answering my calls, I went to a party with Brian, and I went home with him, and I slept with him.
Yeah, I know what happened. We planned this all out.
What do you mean you planned it out?
Well, Brian bet me $50 and a pack of cigarettes that he could sleep with you. So now I'm down $50 and a pack of cigarettes.
You're sorry, piece.
You're nothing special. You're not gonna come into between our friendship and change anything just because you have feelings for him, but you couldn't control yourself when I asked to take you home.
I don't believe in marriage.
Huh?
What does that mean?
How does a guy benefit from marriage? What?
Okay, so you're telling me your dream girl wants to get married to you, you're just saying nah?
Yeah, I already told her I don't believe in marriage and she cried and then we broke up.
The guy in the comments said average wedding cost $33,000. Engagement ring $4,500, only to have her leave 18 months later and take half of your wealth. That's why we don't believe in marriage.
Thank you, appreciate it. Y'all must be all sisters. I'm the mom. Oh, your mom? Oh my God, I thought y'all was like triplets. You got beautiful hair. Thank you. You want to touch it? Hey, go ahead, girl.
You should be my friend.
How old are you?
It don't matter.
Nah, it do matter.
How old are you? 18.
She 18. I can't do it.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
That don't look. I turned 19 in July. Listen, you should give me a chance. I'm for real.
But you a little too young.
No, you look right for me.
I know.
You know it, and I know it.
Nah, I just, you know,
No.
You too young.
2 years.
Hold on, look. I'm gonna tell you my name, right? Look, hit me up and like.
Bitch, no.
Nah, you too young.
Ain't no hitting up there, cause you ain't gonna hit nobody up.
Oh, men don't know how to take rejection gracefully. They don't. They're trash at it. Men get violent and they scare me. Men just insult you like, oh, you ain't that cute anyway. At 19, this is what she's doing. 18, actually, this is what she's doing. And her mom's right there. Her mother is right there watching this clown act.
But I will say, I'm at this resort and this man came up to this girl and he wasn't the cutest, I will say. And she was a beautiful lady. He just tapped her on the shoulder to talk to her and she just started screaming like, ah! And it was like so fucking rude. I had to look at him and apologize on her behalf. Ladies, if you're not attracted to a guy, that's fine, but you never want to be somebody's 13th reason because that rejection sticks with somebody. Don't be an asshole just because you're beautiful. Like...
And honestly, that's one of the reasons why a lot of young men do not like approaching women, because they're just scared of the rejection, bro. Like, one thing about it, if you're not interested, just say, hey, I'm not interested and I'm gonna keep it pushing. But doing all that extra, that's so embarrassing. Bro, there's really no reason to be doing all that extra shit. And I know there's gonna be always women talking about, oh, if you don't give men your number, they're gonna this, they're gonna that. A majority of the time, if there's real men in the area and whatnot, you don't give a man your number and a weird man does some weird shit like that, 9 times out of 10 to 10 times out of 10, a man's gonna protect you. Like, all that crazy shit they be saying, I physically never seen it, and my homegirls never been in a situation like that. They just love saying, oh, if I don't give them their number, what if da-da-da could happen? What if da-da-da could happen? I mean, yeah, I feel it, but, bro, men are not really out here doing that wild, bro. The one time that I can say I would see men crash out is when women do some wild shit like that. Like, bro, why the fuck would you, like, bro, some of y'all need to grow the fuck, bro. What would warrant you to think that's an okay behavior to do? Like, come the fuck, bro. Y'all need to grow the fuck.
What's the most you think a man would spend on you?
I mean, you know, these broke nowadays. So I guess like $100 minimum.
Can I ask you a question real quick? So you see her right here, right? How much you spending? This is a bid. I'm gonna start at $10. $10, $10, $10, $10. $10. That's the most you gonna spend?
I don't even know her like that. Why would I be going a bag on her? Hell no, we ain't doing that.
Okay.
Not doing that.
How you even bring him into the video?
Wait, listen. I guess.
I'm broke.
I'm mad broke.
First of all, he ain't even on that. Fucking much.
Okay,
For
cool.
Wendy's,
let's bring it over here.
TYB is crazy. TYN is crazy. Take your is crazy. No, you gonna get him next. No. I'm gonna put him on to you next.
I don't want him, okay? If he don't want me, don't want him. That's it.
I was rejected by a matchmaker this week. You wouldn't be able to work with me. I'm very, very type A, organized. I like to be the leader. I also told her I was looking for a man who was also a leader because I don't want to always be the leader, believe it or not. I told her I was looking for someone that was at or above the same income level as me, driven, who is ambitious, who is ready for a long-term relationship and ready to get married. She may have actually picked up on the fact that I'm a little high-strung. I'm not like a stressed out or anxious person. I'm just high energy or type A. This is who I am. And she was asking me, do I meditate? No. Do I journal? No. I said I could never really be with a beta type man. I specifically used the word doormat. I said I would chew them up and spit them out. And her response was, well, I married that type of man. She was saying that, you know, men really like a soft woman and I should try some of these vision board journaling, meditating type of things. She essentially said that I am not ready for her type of services because I have too much work to do. My walls are too high and I'm not ready for a long-term committed relationship at the ripe age of 38 where I've been in therapy for 10 plus years. She also said that I need to soften a little bit. And men like a softer woman. Essentially, I spent $350 to meet with this woman, have her tell me I am not worthy of love as I am, but the fact that I need to change in order to be worthy of love and partnership. We shouldn't be pushing on these narratives that people are not worthy as they are, and essentially telling women that the type of woman they are isn't worthy of love. That is a narrative that should not be given to anyone, or it is dangerous commentary, and the fact that she said this to my face had some audacity.
The part that she's not considering is that that matchmaker is also hired by men. So she's listening to what men want, which is why she's giving the feedback that she's giving. But this reaction from a woman is exactly what a lot of men are experiencing in the dating world. There's just so much resistance from women these days to self-reflect and potentially change a little bit. It is okay to change yourself in order to improve yourself. It does not mean that you're not worthy of love currently. You are. Everyone is. It's just a matter of, are you willing to make yourself a better partner to fit into a relationship? It's really that simple.
Out there sucking up the field. Trash attitude. Trash personality. Trash all the way around. Leave that man alone.
Call up a guy and say you want to up tonight.
Oh, I got a good one. Can we hang out whenever you get back?
Now you want to hang out?
No, I do, yeah.
No, absolutely not.
No. I'm gonna go with someone else.
Go.
That's the guy that has had a crush on me since 7th grade.
That's a W for him. Cold.
It's gonna be a no. For me, dog.
Why you huffing and puffing?
Cause I got 6.
God damn to the left.
Why?
I mean, I ain't trying to deal with that.
You ain't gotta deal with that. I take care of mine.
You got 6 kids.
Yes, and I take care of mine. You ain't gotta take care of mine.
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, I'm still good.
She huffed because she know what time it is. Men are not lining up to be a stepfather for her 6 kids. Sooner or later, she's gonna want that guy to play that role. She just happened to reel someone in. Plus, it's to have to deal with her baby father. Sounds like a raw deal.
It's literally always the guys that pursue you first that will then proceed to be like,
Well, I'm just actually not in a good place for a relationship.
Y'all just don't be her. And I'm sorry, I'm not gonna hold y'all hand as I say that, but most of the time when us guys be like, oh, we're not ready for a relationship, some of the time it's because we hung out with you, we got to know you, and you just not our compatible person. Now someone be like, oh my God, why are you lying? You can just tell us the truth. A lot of you don't handle rejection well. And this isn't me saying men handle rejection better than women. That's not what I'm saying at all. We're just saying when we do be honest with some of you, you guys get offended when we say we really don't like you because you've probably never heard that before. You probably have multiple dudes drooling over you, and then you finally come across someone that's really not feeling you, and you don't know how to handle it. Because the only thing that ends up happening, now you got rejected, now you start making unnecessary comments talking about, I really didn't like you, I was just giving you a chance, you not my type. But sweetheart, you was just trying to call me daddy and talking about how you wanted to get married in 48 hours. I wish some of you actually understood how much a man will take and just take the responsibility for it just to save your feelings.
This dude said cars be looking nice until you own them. It's cold.
So I recently had a girl comment on one of my social media photos, and she said, is it humbling knowing that some guys who would want to date you if you were normal now no longer want to date you because you use a wheelchair? Okay, well, ask the question. Do I feel weird that some guys would no longer want to date me because I use a wheelchair? No! No, 100% no. Like, listen, if a guy is not attracted to me because I can't walk, good, go, get out of here. Go find your walking queen. Let's hope nothing happens to her. Because really, what's the alternative here? That I'm walking and somebody's interested in me because I can do things like go up the stairs and use a treadmill? I mean, there's obviously a lot more that goes into it than that, but honestly, I see it as such a blessing because it helps to weed out a certain kind of guy who's very focused on the superficial, and that's their prerogative. They probably won't be happy that way, but it's their decision. Because the guy who's right for me, of course, will be attracted to me, but he'll be in love with me for my heart, for my mind, for my weird sense of humor. That's what I want him to be prioritizing. Now, as somebody with a major physical disability, I do go through a lot of very unique challenges and obstacles on a daily basis, probably to an extent that most people wouldn't even expect. And when I bring someone into my life, I can see very quickly what their inner strength is like by how they handle the challenges that I go through secondhand. And I've dated guys who really couldn't handle it. And sure, this means I have to disqualify a lot of guys, but here's the thing. The question isn't if you will go through hardship as a couple, it is when. So I would so much rather have someone by my side who I know is strong and resilient instead of being blindsided by a guy who bolts or completely unravels the second life gets difficult. Because I've had that happen, and it is not fun. I know a lot of you, if not all of you watching this, have things you perceive to be physical flaws, and it's easy to grieve the hypothetical or real people we miss out on because of these flaws, but I promise you it is a blessing in disguise because a love that is heavily based on flawlessness is inherently a very flawed kind of love. And honestly, I want someone who loves me even more because of my flaws, because these flaws are gonna remind him of my strength. They're gonna remind him that I'm a survivor and I've had to push through some incredibly challenging and traumatic situations. Because when someone truly loves you, they don't look down on you for your battle scars. They're proud of you for them.
Why would you even say this? Why would you even bring this up? Some of these women, even though they be talking about they be trying to read the situation, they're tone deaf. They are socially inept. They're just not good at communication. They're not good at social intelligence. Reading the signs, emotional intelligence. Who told you to ask that?
Boy, you already know what's back here. Stop playing.
I'm gonna say no.
You gonna say yes?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay. You're not gonna tell me no.
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 No. I say yes.
You wanna
I
give her
said
a
yes.
chance?
He gonna have to. He ain't got no choice. Yeah. So what's up? We got the same eyes, low key. So that's already something we have in common.
I'm gonna say no.
You gonna say yes?
Yo, what? Bro, no means no, bro.
What's up?
No, I'm gonna say no.
All right. I'll see you later.
All right.
gonna give you my number.
Bro, yo, this is harassment, bro. What wrong with this guy? Yo.
He already said yes.
Okay.
360.
Yo, bro, desperate on a woman just looks disgusting, bro. It's just, no matter how fat the body is, bro. Yo, desperation upon a woman is just disgusting, bro.
I'm gonna tell you my theory about why women will chase after a man or become a pick-me for a man, even if the man clearly shows her that he doesn't like her. I feel like this more has to do with how women have a hard time taking rejection as opposed to actually liking that man. There are exceptions to the rule where, yes, you can like a man and he doesn't like you back, and, you know, it's like, okay, I want to chase him because I really like him. But realistically, no matter what you look like, women are far less used to rejection than men are. But when women get rejected, I honestly feel like if you're not used to rejection, we take it personally, especially when it comes from men. And when a man is really showing you that he doesn't like you, if you're not really good with taking rejection, your ego is going to be very hurt and then say, I need to prove that I'm good enough, or I need to prove that, you know, I like, why don't you like me? And then constantly wanting to pursue and become insecure with, you know, all of the things that come with rejection. So my advice is that if you are currently chasing somebody that does not like you, or are currently a pick-me for somebody that doesn't like you, check your relationship with rejection. Here all the time, right? Where it's like rejection is protection, but sometimes like people just don't like you, or you're not a good fit for that person. And that is okay. It doesn't say anything about you, and it doesn't mean that you're not worthy. But again, if you're not used to that rejection and you're not used to that confidence or that self-esteem that comes with being okay with rejection, you are going to have a hard time with it. And so is your ego. It's so crazy because sometimes women will feel rejected by somebody that is just a bum. Everything that they have on their list is like, I want a man that does this, 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 and that. And this other guy, just because they reject her in any way, shape, or form, they will go on and on and on about, I need to have this guy know that, you know, I'm worthy, or I have to have this guy pick me and acknowledge me. I'm just saying, it could be helpful. And again, I don't really think it has anything to do with really liking a guy, like, because, you know, once a guy like gives in, it's like, I like you, and then it's like, well, now I don't like you, and vice versa with men too. I just don't know as people why we do that. But if you find yourself struggling with this, check your ego and about how you feel about rejection. You will most likely realize that it has everything to do with the way that you take it, and it will help you move on from men that you're being a pick-me for, chasing, that don't like you, so much easier.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody said it. All of this, well, rejection is protection. It's God leading you in the right way. He's not your man. He's missing out. You dodged a bullet. He's a red flag. How? His loss. How? That man is doing just fine. He was polite to her. He said he wasn't interested and moved on. The man is not a bum, and y'all still finding out ways, new ways, impressive ways to cope and say that the man is missing something.
A video where a guy intentionally got rejected 100 times. So I have decided that I am going to get rejected 100 times as well. So if anybody has any ideas on ways that I could get rejected, let me know, and I'm going to film them and post them on the internet to show everybody that rejection is okay and a normal part of sales.
Who are you?
I'm Billy Eichner.
And okay, all right. So, and is this like TV or?
Yeah, this is like television. Yeah.
What television?
Like Billy on the Street.
Oh, okay. So are you an internet thing?
No, it's actually a TV thing and an internet thing.
I don't like your attitude.
Okay, I don't like yours. I'm on TV.
Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit about you?
That escalated quickly.
Dude, take off the hat. Let me see your hair.
See my hair? What's up?
All right.
Take off your wig. Let me see yours.
This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
That's why I need to be here. I need Jesus, man.
My wife told me to be more in touch with my feminine side, so I crashed the car. And then ignored her all day for no reason.
I just really want single men to know that when you wrong one of us, when you ghost a woman, when you treat her horribly on a first date or a second date or a third date, the rest of us know. Single women have Facebook groups, texting groups, when you treat one of us badly, we all know, and we will ruin you.
It's been a long time since I've been out there dating, and this is why I won't. These groups are toxic. What is the definition of being treated badly? Are men maybe go on maybe a couple dates and say, you know, it's not working out, and a scorned woman gets on these groups, these secret groups, and just starts destroying a man because maybe, you know, it didn't work out. Are there assholes out there? Absolutely. But, you know, scorned women tend to lie. I'm sorry. And no decent man wants to go out there. Because if I went on a first or second date, and maybe it's not going so well, and I say, hey, let's split the tab, you know, because it's just not going to work out, she's going to go into these groups and just start destroying me as a bad man and a loser or whatever, because she got rejected. And, you know, not all dates work out. And these groups are toxic, and this is why decent, normal men don't even bother. I don't want my business out there if something doesn't work out. There are exceptions to this if there's somebody who's violent and things like that, but a vast majority of dates just don't work out, and then women feel rejected and scorned and want to go out and trash women. And the biggest liars are women to other women about men, because they don't want another woman to have that man, especially if he's a decent dude.
And once again, these little groups that you guys have are weird. People keep on telling me, some of these women specifically, that physical mishandling versus verbal mishandling or emotional mishandling is two different things. But then they go out here and say, I'm going to ruin your life. What does that mean? That means I'm going to ruin your sustenance. I'm going to ruin how you provide for yourself. And if a person can't provide for themselves, or you make it hard, then you make them start thinking about certain things that lead to elimination of themselves. That all came from words, but words don't mean anything. Verbal mishandling doesn't mean anything when it comes from a woman. It's funny how when a man does it to a woman, when he's verbally mishandling her, emotionally mishandling her, when you go to court or when the law comes, all of that comes into play. All of that has to be looked at. All of that has to be checked out. But when a woman does it, it's not the same thing. When a woman says stuff like this, oh, well, you know, if you do this to us, and by the way, let's not forget that it does them wrong according to them. Because a woman might be in a mood on that day. A man might just say, oh, I'm not interested, or you know what? I don't think we should move on based on X, Y, and Z. And she takes it personal, starts talking crap about him, never pulls that back, might make a video about him, like I said, never pulls that back, and then all of a sudden that's out there. And then years down the road, when women are still treating him like that, you're like, where'd you get that from? Oh, I saw your video, girl, X, Y, and Z. And now you're sitting on the street or in the bar laughing, giggling to you. Oh, man, I forgot that video was even. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, are you okay? Hey, let's get a drink. I'm not getting a drink with you. I'm not getting a drink with you. That was inconsiderate. That was rude. That was out of pocket. But y'all do stuff to try to ruin men's lives left and right. Ruin the way they make money. Ruin the way they live. Try to take their livelihood from them. But y'all keep on saying how men will physically do y'all wrong and let this stuff slide.
Age is just a number in my mind because I mentally feel younger than I am. So we're ageless. You're only as old as you feel.
Well, are you?
I feel young. I feel as young as these girls sitting at the table.
I'm still a little confused. I don't know if I'm just a little slow or something. I'm just confused. Ageless?
Yeah.
You got out of your 10-year relationship. You had to learn how to date again.
Yes.
You told yourself you would go on at least 21 dates to learn what you wanted.
Yes.
And you said you went on 45 dates last year.
Yes.
Got burnt out. Not interested in dating right now. So there's no guys in the picture right now.
No.
Zero.
When's
the last time you were on a date?
February?
Okay.
February? Yeah,
Nothing?
February.
No guys in the picture.
No, I get hit up
Even
on my
like
Instagram all the time. I get hit on,
Yeah.
but they live in other countries or on the East Coast. They're not, it's not
even
real.
a fling type thing, casual, nothing?
No.
Okay.
There's no confusion here. She's delusional. They make up anything and everything to escape reality, and I've got to be honest with you, he's doing a fantastic job of it.
If you're a handsome guy, you've seen a side of women that a lot of guys have not seen, right? And if you've seen this side, you know that women are objectively worse at taking rejection than men because they are not used to it. Men are used to taking rejection. I don't care how good looking you are. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how tall you are. As a man, you've been rejected by a woman countless of times. However, pretty girls have never been rejected. Most guys are so easy that they make women, even the most average looking women, think that all men want them. So when you don't want them, their little brains try and make it your fault. Oh, it's cause you're gay. It's cause you're sassy. You just can't handle me. It's always your fault for not liking them.
Honestly, you're so mature. It's actually embarrassing.
All right, cool. But
next.
I know.
Hey, come on, man.
I haven't been second choice like 3 times in it, so.
That is. Did you hear what he just said?
What?
He said, say that again. What did he say?
Go on, what?
Jess, what did he say?
Go on, say it. Go on. Go on, say it.
I said you're the one that's been second choice like 3 times in it, so.
She's first choice now, like, brother.
Yes, she is.
Honestly, you, Kieran, generally.
You wish.
What you think is it's tit for tat. People give it and people take it, so it is what it is. You give it, you gotta be able to take it. Sometimes people say things that aren't very nice.
Babe, no, because I'm not being funny, she's crying.
Ooh. Honestly, you're so mature.